All right, everybody, welcome into my holy hall. Koopa Key 57 on the heels of watching the High on Life 2 release trailer, or not release trailer, announcement trailer. I already pre ordered that shit. I'm hyped for it. But that's not why you're here. You are here to sit down and have Grandpappy Albino Catfish tell you a tale on his top 10 favorite GTA 4 missions. And that's what I'm here to do. Um, this is the third take of this, so if I'm a little spastic or a little anything, just blame the Parazidine, whatever the fuck that is. That word just came to my mind. My cat just knocked over my can, so yeah. Um, yeah, third take, but I do it out of love for you people. Uh, I would say this was definitely a lot harder to rank than the Ballad Gay Tony missions. I feel like those definitely were just, oh yeah, this was fun, 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 less fun, but still great. Boom, 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 boom. And I feel like for GTA 4, you had to take in Nico's story more, Nico's backstory, how this affects the characters and the world. And I just feel like there's a lot more depth of these missions, which makes them harder to rank. So I hope this one actually is better and tells more of a story about missions I like and things like that than just, yeah, golf mission fun, steal subway fun. But enough of me rambling. Let's get to number 10. And to start off this lovely, lovely list, we have number 10 being the mission Blood Brother. This mission sees Nico having to make the ultimate decision of life of killing dearest Derek McCreary or dearest Francis McCreary. And the reason this is number 10 for me is I think this is the best choice in Grand Theft Auto 4. I think it beats the deal ending. I think, or the deal slash reject the deal ending. I think this is tons better than Dwayne or Playboy X. That wasn't even close to being on this, honestly, because there's obviously a right choice, and the game even shows you that if you kill Dwayne. You get a whole sad cutscene, and then he even calls Roman, I think, and he says, this, I don't think I did the right thing, blah, blah, blah. But Blood Brother was the mission we're talking about here, not the Holland play. Um, so yeah, I just think it's the best choice in the whole game. The choice between Francis and Derek actually had me pause the game and think about what was right to do. Because I liked both the characters, to say the least. I think Francis was funny, but he was obviously an asshole. And I thought Derek was funny too, but he was just kind of all over the place. Just fucking, yeah, I'm fucking drunk on a park bench. Like, come on. Like, homeless people do that shit, and you're just this random Irishman doing it. But choosing between them was very difficult. I even called my buddy up to ask him, like, what would you think? What would you do? I needed a second input like American Idol, two votes need to pass. I ultimately chose Derek, but honestly, it could have gone either way. Still, great mission. Tons better than Dwayne and Playboy X. So, thank you, Blood Brother. And coming in at number 9, we have a museum piece, which is Nico's side of the diamond plot at the museum, trying to finally sell them off with Johnny and Luis coming in to fuck over the deal and steal the diamonds. I think Nico has the best event or the best part of the diamonds out of the three pro tags, which is like honestly Avengers Endgame all coming together and the three powers of GTA 4 coming together, the fucking US government all on this one thing, the three branches, but I think Nico had one of his most fun combat sections in the bank. Just getting to run through there, gunning guys down. You get out, there's more guys following you. It's just nonstop action, and you get to see the other protagonists. There's not much to say about this mission other than it's just fun to fucking play. So, number 9, museum piece featuring Luis Lopez and Johnny Klebitz. So, on to number 8. Number 8 is our first mission of GTA 4, the Cousins Bellic. It's the first memory of waking up as a newborn baby. It's your first sip of water after you wake up and you're just dehydrated. It's just a great start to Grand Theft Auto 4. You get to see Nico getting ready to get off the ship to finally step foot in America. Finally, wow! Finally, finally, finally. You get the amazing GTA 4 theme playing. You get, if you see the Easter egg, you see them putting the diamonds into the cake batter. You can actually watch it. I hopefully will put the video up so you can see this magnificent little foreshadowing they do. And yeah, you just get this amazing opening, just setting up the kind of the tone of the game, kind of upbeat but kind of dark. And finally, stepping off the boat, you get to see the man, the myth, the legend himself, Roland Bowling Bellic, Roman Bowling Bellic himself, just getting to celebrate with them. And honestly, it's just one of the most like heartwarming things that you can do. And it's just sweet to see two basically brothers come together. I know they're cousins, but they kind of grew up like brothers. And on top of the opening being great, you get the follow up of driving Roman back to his apartment and then him utterly lying to Nico. Like he's like a bad ex saying, "Look how rich I am now that you left." His apartment is basically nothing. There's cockroaches living with him rent free, by the way. He's not even getting money off of them. And all he does is like run his little cab business, and he's got no mansion, no cars, no women, sexy women like he says in the emails. He does have a woman, but it's just a great setup seeing that Nico is not going to live the easy life off of his cousin's success, that he actually is like, fuck, I'm stuck in America and I have nothing but a lying kind of an idiot cousin. It hooks you in like you're a big mouth bass and you got a fucking line and there's just a worm that you just want to gobble up. And GTA 4 I gobbled whole. So great, great setup. The best cover to judge, in my opinion. But that'll take us to number 7, which is where I'm going to put one of the stranger missions. I don't know what they're called. Random encounter missions, I guess. And that is going to be Marnie Allen. She is the drug addict Nico meets down at the park, I think. And she's trying to sell her body, just sell anything, do anything for money so she can get this junk, she calls it, You can just dig in the trash to find that shit, but whatever. And instead of Nico being like, no, fuck off, blah, 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 I'm not dealing with this, he actually takes the time to help her get it safely, which is a lot better than having her do it of her own devices. And it just shows that while Nico might do bad things in life, he's not a bad guy. And it is. I said the cousins Bellic of them meeting together was heartwarming. That's the most heartwarming scene. It just Nico just being the better man, and instead of just leaving this poor girl to basically rot away, she's a decaying fish out of the water and on the land. He throws her back into the swimming pool of heroin or amphetamines or whatever the fuck it is. And then it's a two-parter mission. The second part is her basically breaking down and just saying that she needs to go home. And that you help her. You get her to the airport and she goes home and you basically say bye, but shit, it's not bye if you buy GTA 5, bitches. Oh yeah. Out of anyone who comes back, Marnie comes back. I don't know where she comes back or why, but I know she comes back. But besides the point, her two quests together is just beautiful, and I love it so, so much. Thank you, Marnie. Honestly, you make me feel like I'm going to become a better man now because I played a video game that parents think is just for hookers and killing people. But yep, that's number 7. So on to number 6. Boom, boom, boom. On to number 6. You can count that on your wrist. That was a little bar I just thought of for no reason. But number 6 is Crime and Punishment. And this mission is by far one of the funniest missions. It's straight up a Amy Schumer comedy special off Netflix. It's just it's actually an insult to this mission, but no, this mission is extremely funny. It is starting with Roman calling Nico saying it's like, "I need your help, bro. I'm scared to go home," or some shit like that. And Nico gets to the spot and you hear this out of a garbage can and boom, Roman is in the fucking garbage can going nuts saying that it's like, it's over. You killed Vlad. We're fucked. They're coming for us. And like, we don't even have Halloween candy on Halloween. It's just he's flipping the fuck out. These kids aren't gonna get their sweet treat. And then Nico's like, "Oh, calm down. We dealt with him. Vlad's dead. Don't worry about it." And then boom, he's knocked out. And boom, Roman held at gunpoint. Oh shit. So then after all that, Nico wakes up in the bottom of this guy's basement, tied up. Roman is on another chair, all gagged and shit. And it's just incredible from this point on. You have this guy threatening you, another guy there just like speaking Russian, just blah blah blah. All this, that's not what Russians sound like. If Vladimir Putin's listening, don't fucking come and kill me, please. I love you, Vlad. But basically, it's just you're getting threatened for a bit by this one guy. Dimitri's there, which you don't know is Dimitri. But then after enough yelling and getting hit and shit, and Nico harassing this man's father, saying he likes it up the ass, Mikhail comes down to try and set order to it, and he basically just shoots the one guy, takes Roman's gag off. Roman screams, shoots Roman, and sends Nico off on his merry way before they decide, yeah, if you don't do this, Roman's dead. So then you get to do kind of a lackluster mission. It's just getting TVs to get sold. That's not why it's up here. It's at number 6 because it follows a trend. I have another mission that's just like this in a sense. It follows the trend of one villain dying, and you get to see the next step up. So you kill Vlad, you get Mikhail, and I think Mikhail's a great villain in the game. So I guess that's why it's number 6. But yeah, just a funny mission. It expands the world to where it's not just, oh yeah, we're in this one little spot in Algonquin. I think that's where they're from. It sounds like a tribe or something, the Algonquins, but it's kind of cool. I'd name my kid that. Then his first day of school, Algonquin is, are you here? But enough of my sperm, right? But yeah, it's just expanding the world, getting comedy and kind of a dark point in the game. You think you might just be fucked, and this might be where it ends. At least if you're like Nico, especially if you're Roman. And yeah, you just get more villains that are great, and then you just get a lot, except the mission. The mission's lackluster, but for all the story things that it adds, all the beats that it adds, all the lettuce, the carrots it adds, it's got an amazing stew. It's a little lackluster in the end. Maybe it's a little lukewarm, but Crime and Punishment, introduction to Mikhail, and the closing statement to number 6. So let's get on to number 5. And on to number five, Five Finger Filet. You know, the $5 Big Mac deal or some shit. We have a Three Leaf Clover, which is basically, I think, a better version of the museum piece mission for the combat. It stars our main cast: Nico Bellic, Packy McCreary, Derek McCreary from Blood Brother, and Saint fucking Michael robbing a bank. And Saint fucking Michael dies. God bless his soul, as Packy would say. And you basically are just robbing a bank and you get to just kill a bunch of police. It is the essence of Grand Theft Auto and just tons of fun. You get a little Luis Lopez Easter egg being his technical first mission. You know, he's in there beforehand, obviously, but it's his first mission. That's where his DLC starts, which is really cool. And another fun fact is, I didn't know this, but you can actually shoot him in GTA 4 and kill him, which is kind of funny. So, you know, no it doesn't cause a game end. It's no paradox, but still you get to kill Luis. And yeah, it's just tons of fun getting to gun everyone down. You know, you're just running through alleyways and you eventually run through the subway tunnels. Just it's just awesome. It's straight out of an action flick. Honestly, it's GTA 5, for all I know, could have based a heist that is just like the Liberty City Bank heist, and one for one, and I'd still love it. It's just such a good mission. Some stakes, you know, people getting shot, getting to see Luis, boom, 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 all sorts of just fireworks going off in your mouth, just boom, boom, your gunpowder, a little flavor in, some blood, I don't know, maybe some hair or something, but it's just so good. And it's one of the best combat sections in the game. That's why it ranks so high, and that it's just fun. It's just GTA fun. But that's number 5, so let's get on to number 4. Now, number 4 is kind of a weird one for me. Seeing, like I said, this is my third take. Originally, I had Russian Revolution and Roman Sorrow here. But after further thinking about it and actually talking it to myself like a schizo, I'm going to put Roman Sorrow actually here with, I guess, Russian Revolution being the precursor mission, obviously. You know, saying, I guess I'll start with that. Number 4 is Roman Sorrow, but I will start with a little bit of backstory from Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution is basically just saying Dmitri was the true villain all along, and sure, Mikhail was an asshole, but he wasn't that big an asshole. It was Dmitri. He's the, as I think Saul Goodman would say, a pig fucker. Said that to Howard Hamlin, and I guess Dmitri kind of looks like him. Not really, but you know, plastic surgery goes a long way these days. But yeah, it's showing Dimitri's the true villain of the game, really, and has Nico's backstory a little bit for kind of seeing. Allegedly, this is one of the guys that he screwed over, even though he thinks he was doing his job and he had to get out of there. So it's not his fault, whatever. But when the real like boom, the real star of this mission is when it leads up into Roman Sorrow, which is once again Roman calling you, saying, "Hey man, this shit's getting crazy. I need you to come get me and pick me up or whatever." I don't remember exactly what he says, but that might be exactly what he says. To be completely clear, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, he basically calls Nico. Nico gets to the spot, and you're like, "Well, where the fuck is he? You know, is he out? Did he buy a candy? Did he go take a shit behind the building?" And a pigeon came by, and he followed it. But no, he's in the back of a trunk of a car, and you get him out, and he's freaking the fuck out again. He's like, "What have you gotten us into, Nico? You know, this is getting crazy." And Nico, instead of telling him to calm down like he did in Crime and Punishment, telling him, Vlad's dead, it's okay. He's basically telling him, Dimitri's coming after me. We're fucked. And Roman's like, all right, let me go pack my things up in the apartment and we'll find some place to lie low. So they start driving there, and right as they get there, boom, fucking the apartment set on fire. Roman's freaking the fuck out. He's like, "Oh, I gotta go to my business, see if anything's there." His business is on fire. So all while they're arguing, Roman's calling his girlfriend Mallory. It's like, "You got a place," and they go drive out to Bohan. I think it's how it's pronounced. They have a new apartment, and honestly, why I love this mission so much is that arguing at the end is just Nico is just like you're so calm now, you gotta have some backbone, you can't just sit here and think everything's hunky dory, you lost. Like honestly, Japan beat us in the fucking bobsledding contest, and you're just gonna let that happen, Team Russia for life or whatever they're from. That sounds kind of bad, but whatever. Team Japan all the way. We love our yaoi or uh b boy love bl. But yeah, you you get to see them arguing. You get to see how the world it once again the world's just expanding again. You had this one part of the map, and now you have this whole second island basically, and it's awesome just getting to get a new area, just all new scenery. And then you get to have Nico and Roman have one of their, I'd say, not first arguments, but one of their bigger arguments of just like, we're fucked. It's going down this way, whether you like it or not, Roman, and I'm going to get us out of this. And Roman believes him. So, yeah, just my number 4, simply for story, just building, area building, just everything. It's just magnifico. It's like the scene where the guy from Ratatouille eats the food and brings him back to his childhood, except I never played this in my childhood, so it brought me back like a month or two. But, oh yeah. Dong, 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 dong. The top 3 are lovely bronze medal going to the beautiful and sexy, amazing, good looking. I'm running out of synonyms for attractive. Oh, there's one. Attractive, gorgeous. It is going to da 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 a dish served cold. This is my favorite combat encounter of the game. It's I think it is just perfect. It's not as difficult as the bank heist, which my only real complaint about it. And I guess excuse me, it lacked a little bit of story, but it's okay. And it is basically the rejection ending, or rejecting the deal ending, where instead of Nico uh, not breaking the cycle, fucking him over, betraying his morals, he decides that he's not taking the deal to sell the heroin off, and instead he is going to fucking put a stop to this, and he's going to kill Dmitri Rascalov finally and put an end to this. So he goes down to the docks where the game starts. He goes up on the platypus, which is what the boat's called, I believe, and he just starts gunning everybody down. He fights his way up to the captain's deck. He opens up one of the hatches to get to the lower decks. He gets down there, guns everyone down, and he has his final encounter with Dmitri, and it's just so satisfying getting to fight through everybody just to get to Dmitri and just get to finally fucking kill that bastard. It's really the reason it's up at 3 is just you get to have just an amazing shootout. If that was like me in my youth, getting to play paintball against a bunch of people and just getting to shoot everyone just to get to like the final boss of paintball, I just it just makes me so excited to talk about this mission. It is just, like I said, best combat encounter, just awesome. fuck Dimitri, even though he's my second favorite villain. It's just so good. But clearly, it's not good enough to be number one. So what's number two? Number two might be a little bit of an odd choice, but honestly, it it drives the end game so hard for me. It is just that last bit, that last boost you need, that second wind, maybe third wind, maybe Red Bull wind. You just gotta fight through it. It is Mr. and Mrs. Bellic, which I thought honestly was the last mission in the game. And it's not a long mission. It's you getting a suit if you not already had one. I had one on. My Nico is bougie. Oh, excuse me. I'm about to cough. Yeah, honestly, after I coughed, I had no clue where I am anymore. So I might edit it, might not, whatever. But oh yeah, that's right. Second wins. It just brings you just to finish the fucking game and just see what happens. It's basically you just get a suit on for Roman's wedding. That's it. And this mission can go two ways, and I think one is better and one is slightly worse. It's not that much worse, but they're both great. Um, Depending on whether you took to take the deal or reject the deal, killing Dimitri, you have either Kate McCreary die, which is Nico's new girlfriend. They basically just finally got together after Nico said he's done and he's out of the game. She will die due to Jimmy P gunning them down, trying to hit Nico, but hitting her. Or if you take the deal, Dimitri sends an assassin to kill Nico, but Nico, being the John Wick reflexes he is, stops him from getting shot, getting Roman to take the hit. And I got to decide which one is better. I would say Roman, sadly. Roman getting shot, I think, is the better ending. Not in like yippee, he's my cousin just got shot, but as in like story wise, how it builds more on the themes of Grand Theft Auto 4 being the American dream isn't all that it's up to be, and just it's just so good. Either route that you take, I had the Kate route where she got shot. Either route, it's just such a good mission. Everything seeming happy, and then it's all swept away from Nico. Either way, he loses his girlfriend or he loses his cousin, which is basically his best friend. It's just it makes you want to finish the game and just fucking finally just push through. If you didn't kill Dimitri, killing Jimmy, and if you took the deal, getting them both. Just such a pumped up fucking mission. It's the penultimate mission, so I guess it suits being number two. But God, it's just God, it makes me want to punch a hole through my wall and just tell everyone how good the mission is. But not good enough to be number one, so let's figure out what number one is together, shall we? So, in my infinite wisdom as a Caucasian male and having a 2.7 GPA, I completely forgot to do the honorable mention of the video. So, let me get that recorded up, all done. This is a little side dish, actually. You got your main course, and this is the little salad that you got on the side. So, the honorable mention is that special someone, which is Nico getting told by the UL paper guy that, yeah, we found Darko, or whatever his name is. It looks like Draco, but I know it's not. And he's the guy who sold out Nico's squad, or whatever it was, Nico's like battalion, all for $1,000 for his drug addiction. And why it didn't crack the top 10 is really, it's kind of a short mission, which it's whatever. I don't really mind that. It's just, you basically have one choice whether to kill him or not to kill him. it wasn't a very hard choice for me that you not kill him. It adds more to Nico's growth, but still, it's a great mission just for more of Nico's backstory. And if you do kill him, I think he shoots him 12 or 13 times, which is the amount of people that he got killed by selling them out. So super super good mission for Nico's backstory and building on that. But letting him go is the right choice. You basically are sending a drug addict out into a drug infested city to get himself killed. So Nico doesn't have to have that guilt and shame on him. So yeah, but on to number one. Sorry, this is my intermission cut. So enjoy your salad and get back to your burger. Let me take your hand into the holy grail that is number one. The door is open, and on the bottom screen you see a Revenger's Tragedy. This basically follows up to where I literally said like 30 seconds ago that I thought Roman dying was the more story like accurate ending, the canon ending. It's basically you take the deal and Roman dies, so Nico and little Jacob go out and he's like, Rasta, we are going to kill Jimmy P and Dimitri. So he tracks him down. One of the more fun combat sections as well. Get to shoot through this old parking garage or some. I don't even know what the fuck it is, to be honest. I saw it somewhere. We'll call it the movie store, I guess. You just get to go through this movie store, just gunning everyone down. You eventually get far enough in, and you see Jimmy P there and Dimitri like arguing and fighting. And Dimitri's like, I've come all this way. I'm not about to split this with you. Kills Jimmy P on the spot. So then you're like, oh, fuck. So you got to get out there. You got to follow him. Just keep gunning everyone down. You eventually get to where Dimitri gets on a fucking helicopter, starts getting out of there, and you get to take a boat out to follow him. You just follow him as best you can. And when you think, oh shit, he's just gonna get away in the helicopter, little Jacob out of nowhere gets a whirly bird. I think that's how they say it down under with the kangaroos. He gets a whirly bird. You get to stunt jump up, get on the helicopter, follow Dimitri around, get to shoot at him, get the plane to crash. Goes and crashes on the Statue of Happiness's island. I don't know what it's fucking called, but you follow him there, and you get one of the fucking coldest lines in gaming after shooting fucking Dimitri. It's just him, Nico, saying straight to him, "Welcome to America." Basically, just telling Dimitri, "You fucked with the wrong people." Just, he Jacob tells him, "Yo, it's time to go. You know, the police are coming. You won. Dimitri's dead." And I think it deserves number one simply for the ending after you kill Dimitri, which is Nico calling up his friends, Roman's now, I guess, I don't know, ex-wife, current wife, whatever, just saying that, you know, the mission's done, he's dead. No one's really happy, but I guess they're not upset that he's dead either. So it's it's heart wrenching that Nico doesn't get a good ending either way. But at the whole kind of theme of GTA 4 is the American dream isn't all what it's cracked up to be, and Nico is the prime example of that. And it's just so good, honestly. And you get one of Nico's best lines at the very end after all the phone calls and his final monologue. He's basically saying this isn't what it's all cracked up to be living in America. So you can't be you can't beat it. It's just I think it's the perfect mission, the perfect amount of action, the perfect amount of tragedy, perfect amount of just everything. It's the perfect mission, and that's why I think it's number one, but it might not be your number one. So if you completely disagree with me and you think my list is full of shit, I would like you to tell me in the comments, and I will tell you you're wrong straight to your face. And I think the only job you should be applying for is a clown. But I still love to talk to you anyway. So, how about you like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I would actually love to thank everyone for getting the Ballad of Gay Tony top 10 missions to 200 views. I know we're basically like growing a small country at this point, and I just want to thank everybody for that. So, arigato gozaimasu. I don't know what that means, except it says thank you, and I don't know what the rest. But honestly, I wouldn't be making these if it wasn't for people watching it. So, thank you for keeping me going, and on to whatever the next video is. So, thank you, and good night, everybody.